I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop.
When I was a kid, I used to laugh at my father. He painted everything. He liked rattle cans, green paint rattle cans. And he would spray paint every project that he ever worked on. Most of them turned out green. Some of them were other colors, depending on what he had in the rattle can. But he made a lot of green things. Now, as I get older, I realize that what he was doing was making it look better. And when you make something look better, it just works better.
Doing some shop improvements today. Shop organization can take many forms. One of those is painting. Now, you wouldn't think painting would make things better, but if you look at the difference between this wall, where the bench is painted, and then this wall, where the bench isn't painted, makes it a lot brighter. So I'm going through and I'm painting the back, well, they call it a backsplash on the kitchen counter, but hopefully the workshop's not a backsplash area. But the back wall of the workbench, it's always been just wood because that's what I put up. And there was some overspray of red paint because I was painting something red. But having it be a continuous color, all the same, and a light color makes a big difference. It brightens the room, it makes it so that I can see better, and improves the look of the workshop. Shop organization makes the job easier. And it's surprisingly quick. I put this off for a long time, and I thought, well, I'll get to it eventually. I kept thinking I didn't have time to manage it. Well, I took about an hour last night, and I painted most of the bench. And then I took another hour this morning, and took all the tools off the back wall. And now I'm painting the bench, and I should be done here in about 5 or 10 minutes. Doesn't take much time at all. And I'm not painting the whole workshop. One of the problems that I've found over the years is I tend to think, well, I have to get this whole thing done or it's not going to be worth it. Any improvement is an improvement. Making it so that your workshop is neater and cleaner only takes a few minutes. It makes it so that the jobs that you're doing are a lot simpler to do. You're not spending as much time thinking, well, I should be doing this or I should be doing that, if you just tackle the job and accomplish it. Getting all wrapped up in perfection, having everything fit exactly, all the T's crossed and all the I's dotted, can slow you down to the point where you can't get started. Because you're thinking, well, have I forgotten something? Is this the best way to do it? And the best way to do it is to just start. And having the proper brush strokes and making sure that all the lines are going the right direction and everything else, you know, it's a workbench. Having the color all the same is an improvement. Having all the brush strokes lined up, you know, if you're that kind of guy that you got to do that, then by all means do it. If that's what makes your day work better, then that's the point of the exercise, is to make your day better. But don't let that stop you from getting started. This is one of those tasks where completion is the goal, not perfection. I built this bench about 4 years ago, and I painted it maybe 2 years after I got it made. It was a vast improvement. Now I've given it a final coat on the top of it, so it's got 2 coats of paint on it now, and I painted the backsplash. The thing I like best about this little job that I just did this morning is it looks ever so much better. This bench that was made out of scrap lumber. It was plywood from an old handicap ramp that was here at the house when I bought the place. And the frame itself was made from the 2x4s that supported the handicap ramp. The vise was an old one that I brought over from the shop over in Union City. And I just put up some pegboard so I'd have some place to hang some parts. But it's a vast improvement over what it was. I'm very happy with the arrangement. It's going to make it a lot brighter, and it's going to help the video quite a bit too, I think, because quite often it's very dark in here and it's hard to get enough light to make the objects that I'm working on show up. So this should be a big help. Now it's going to be dry in about 4 hours and I can go back to work on the bench. But up until then, I have 2 other benches on the other side of the shop that I can work with. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.